So I know I said in yesterday's video, it's probably gonna be a week or two or a while before we tear into this Evo. If you didn't watch yesterday's video, what we did, a compression test and a leak down test. We noticed that cylinder 3 compression is way down. So what we're gonna be doing today is pulling the cylinder head off this motor. For some reason, I can't just sit back knowing my Evo is down and not work on it. What do we need to do? I need to get the front bumper off and the bottom skid plate off. We have to drain the coolant on the car, pull the turbo kit off, the intake manifold off, and a bunch of other stuff as well. Enjoy, guys. So here is the current situation. We got the intake off, chilling down there. All the wiring's disconnected. Coolant is drained. Next up is the whole turbo kit, and then from there we can move on to pulling the valve cover. I may have to jack the motor up, pull that wheel off, pull the time cover off, and then remove the head from the motor. Good morning, guys. It is now the next day. As soon as I pulled this head off yesterday, I didn't record anything else for the rest of the day, just because I was like, honestly, pretty pissed, pretty upset. I didn't know what was going on. I'll show you exactly what I found when I pulled this head off. It's absolutely crazy, absolutely mind-blowing. I have not figured out exactly what is causing the problem or what caused the issue. Check this out. So here is the cylinder head. When I pulled the head off, I was expecting to find a burnt or bent valve somewhere. What I found was a bunch of pitting on the head, only on cylinder 3. Cylinder 1, 2, and 4 are all fine. So only on cylinder 3, a bunch of pitting. I was looking for a chunk of valve that went missing. Nothing's missing there. So there's that on the head. Head's fine. Heads should be savable. Valves are all in good shape, so I don't know what happened there. But you come over here to the car, pull the head off, and this is what I found on the motor as well. So take a look at the piston right here. Same exact concept. Some pitting on the piston on the outside of the piston over there as well. Nothing came apart from what I can see. The spark plug is in good shape. I'll show you the spark plug off of cylinder 3. I was thinking maybe the spark plug came apart somehow, but as you can see, the spark plug is still fully intact. The turbo's fine, the car ran fine still. So in my experience, and also with talking with a bunch of other people yesterday after I figured this out, there's only two things that would cause this problem. Number one is the motor ate something, meaning like the turbo came apart, which it didn't. The spark plug came apart, which it didn't. Or something possibly went through all the way through my intake filter or the air filter through the whole turbo without hitting anything and into my motor, only into cylinder 3, which seems very unlikely that it happened. It could have definitely happened. Or number two, it could have been caused from detonation. Basically what detonation is, I believe that two things that can cause detonation is number one, the motor is running too lean, which I don't think it was. I constantly was checking on my AFRs, so I don't think it was running lean. And the second thing that I think could cause detonation is running too much timing, which could have been the case here. One thing I do want to check, and my good buddy Josh Bader, you guys have seen him on the channel before, he's very knowledgeable with cars. He told me to check out the hot side of the turbo, because if this motor ate something, something went through the motor, right after the motor, it would go out the exhaust port on the head and into the turbo, into the hot side of the turbo. So I'm gonna pull apart my turbo right now, take off the hot side, and if that hot side wheel is in good condition, that means 99.999% was detonation. But if that turbo is kind of beat up, it looks like something went through it, obviously that was the case. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna pull off that hot side of the turbo. I've never done it before. I hope it's easy to do. So let's give it a shot. Looks like all we have to do to take this hot side housing off is remove all these bolts right here. I'll probably put some marks on the turbo just to get it lined up properly, so I don't have to mess with like the rotation of it when I go ahead and get this car all finished. So I got the turbo hot side pulled off. This here is the hot side turbine wheel, or the hot side wheel. And as you can see, it appears to be in 100% perfect condition. So I don't think anything went through this motor, which kind of sucks, I guess. I don't know, guys. Go down in the comment section below and drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think. It's crazy. The one thing that still isn't really making sense to me is why, when I did the leak down test, it was leaking out the intake port. And I have not pulled the head out, or I haven't pulled the valves out of the head yet, so I can't speak on the condition of the valve seats. So maybe one of my seats is burned up from detonation as well. That could make sense, but I guess we'll see what happens when I drop this head off at a machine shop to get gone through. That's absolutely crazy. I definitely was not expecting that. I was not expecting that much damage. Of course, I thought it was just an exhaust valve issue or an intake valve issue from the two-step, the hot boy stuff I have on the car, the pops, the backfires, the bangs, all that crazy stuff, which I would have been okay with. I knew that was going to be an issue, like going into with the spark cut, but obviously that wasn't the case here. I don't think spark cut would have caused all that detonation looking damage. So I don't know. Go down in the comment section below, drop a comment, and let me know what you think of all this footage I just showed you, with the turbine wheel in good shape, the piston all messed up, the head all messed up. Let me know. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Absolutely crazy, some stupid findings, but it is what it is. That is race car life, like I said in the previous video. Peace out, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.